Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the conclusion of Transformers Shattered Glass, issue number 5. Jetfire has always prided strength above all else. Physical strength, strength of conviction, strength of ideals. Although it was initially mere desperation that led him into the evil Autobots, he soon grew to appreciate their desire for order in a chaotic world, and helped them achieve victory over the disorganized Decepticons. But as their war took from Cybertron to Earth and back, Jetfire could never escape his past with Starscream. Now fate has brought the two together once more. But with a furious Goldbug ready to execute Starscream, this encounter might be their last. Jetfire does his best to talk down Goldbug, but the little Autobot warlord is tired of his excuses. As he releases Starscream from his shackles, he orders Jetfire to do his job and get the information he needs by any means necessary. But the sight of a helpless Starscream causes Jetfire to remember their last conversation before the fall of the Senate and the outbreak of war. Defeated, weakened, but still defiant, Starscream has just enough fight left in him to tell Goldbug that Jetfire always cared about him. Goldbug, in a fit of rage, kicks Starscream's body and screams that he won't be leaving Gold City alive. Either Jetfire kills him, or Goldbug kills the both of them. It's at that moment, however, a distant explosion rocks the entire complex. Starscream quickly realizes that Megatron has returned, bringing with him an army of Decepticons, and as Goldbug momentarily panics, Jetfire, determined to put things right between him and Starscream, lashes out without thinking, swinging one massive fist right into Goldbug's face. With Goldbug momentarily stunned, Jetfire helps Starscream to his feet, confident that he's done the right thing, but isn't aware that Goldbug's regained his bearings until he blasts Starscream in the back. Wounded but still alive, Starscream has just enough strength to point out that Goldbug missed his spark, which is exactly what Goldbug wanted. With one motion, the Autobot wraps his hand around Starscream's exposed spark, then rips it from his body to instantly kill the Decepticon flyer. The subsequent scream of anguish echoes across the battlefield, causing Autobots and Decepticons alike to stop and search for the source of the noise. For the first time since the start of the war, Jetfire allowed himself a moment of weakness, and that weakness has cost him dearly. Starscream was always there for him. Even when the war drove them apart, Starscream never stopped trying to convince his old friend to return to the light. But Jetfire was always too scared, too weak to take his hand and see that offer for what it truly was, until it was too late to accept. As Goldbug wraps his hands around the precious spark, he callously tells his former lieutenant that Starscream was never going to walk out of this alive. And as armed Autobots pour into the room, whatever happens to Jetfire next is his own fault. As Goldbug walks away, Jetfire's grief turns to rage, and the huge Autobot lunges on the first of Goldbug's goons and rips him apart. For so long, the Autobots claimed to have championed efficient order over destructive chaos. But what kind of ordered society would allow bots like Goldbug to backslide into petty tyranny, or allowed a chaotic Decepticon rebellion to flourish underneath their noses? No matter what Goldbug says, the war is not his fault. By the time that Soundwave and a team of Decepticons blast their way into the building, they find Jetfire cradling Starscream's dead body. But the newly disillusioned Jetfire has no love for the Decepticons either. All he wants is to be alone, away from the war and hatred and death. And as Megatron watches, Jetfire blasts off, taking Starscream's body into the sky with him. Believing that Jetfire is the one responsible for killing Starscream, Megatron gives chase in his own aircraft mode and shouts for him to surrender Starscream's body. When Megatron tries to ram him, he sends both Jetfire and Starscream's body tumbling to the ground. And in that moment, Jetfire remembers why he and Starscream went their separate ways. A furious Jetfire screams that Megatron turned Starscream against him, forced him to take up arms and become a soldier. But instead of fighting him, Megatron simply restrains him and holds him back long enough that he finally reaches the dark epiphany that he was the one who drove Starscream away all those years ago. With Goldbug missing and his followers in retreat, the Decepticons on the cusp of retaking Gold City, Megatron tells Jetfire that they'll erect a memorial to honor the departed comrade, and suggests teaming up with the Decepticons to find Goldbug and retrieve Starscream's stolen spark. But Jetfire tells him he'll think about it. As he transforms and flies off, Jetfire has one last request for Megatron. When they make that memorial, make it dramatic. The Decepticons are not the only parties interested in the recent liberation of Gold City. Sometime after the takeover, a hooded figure sneaks into a nearby manhole to contact his leader. That bot is none other than Goldbug's former lieutenant, Slicer, who is, in reality, a double agent for the ambitious Ultra Magnus. Slicer informs his leader that Goldbug has been deposed and fled the city, that Goldbug still has Starscream's spark, and only time will tell if he actually knows how to use this power. Magnus knows that the fall of Gold City marks the start of a new chapter of Cybertronian history. Prowl and Optimus Prime have coveted the power of the Titans for megacycles, and even now they will surely be drawing up plans to seize the spark. Whoever controls that spark will control the Titans, and although he's lost everything, Goldbug is surely aware of this. Even now, at his command, Metroplex slowly awakens from his long slumber. And that is the conclusion to Shattered Glass. Just a few issues ago, we got to examine the relationship between Jetfire and Starscream, and I loved how prominent of a role that played in this issue. Clearly, Jetfire has sat on a lot of regret over the years, and just when you think him and Starscream are going to reconcile, they take Starscream right out of the equation. I was a bit shocked with their decision to kill off Starscream, but it's Transformers, so that happens often enough. So really, would this be Transformers if Starscream didn't die? And even though Goldbug has Starscream's spark at this point and he's using it to awaken Metroplex, I thought that was a great way to leave it open-ended to continue on the story. Eventually, I'm going to have to take the time to read Shattered Glass 2 because I'm kind of itching to find out what happens next. All in all, these 5 issues have been a lot of fun to cover with you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Shattered Glass if this is the first time that you are experiencing it, or maybe you've read it in the past. And let me know if there's anything about Shattered Glass you'd like me to cover in the future. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching this series, and if you guys enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Don't forget to sub to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time.